Some travelers seek adventure, others seek fortune. A few spend their lives chasing answers. Those are usually the ones who find trouble. A few nights after our conversation, the traveler returned. Perhaps he expected the elf to be gone. Perhaps he expected the mystery to disappear with time. It hadn't. The elf was still there. The same chair, the same fire, the same distant look in his eyes. And somehow, that only made the questions harder to ignore.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
You are, fortunately. I wasn't doing anything important.
I wasn't sure you'd still be here.
Neither was I.
Do you always sit in the same place?
Do you always ask so many questions?
Only when something interests me.
That's unfortunate.
For me?
Usually.
You know, Turk, the orc wasn't very helpful.
No?
He told me your name.
That was generous of him.
Then he told me nobody agrees on who you are.
That sounds more like Turk.
And what about you?
What about me?
Do you know who you are?
Some days. Other days, not so much.
That's an interesting piece. I was talking about this bracelet.
Most people call it old.
Old things usually have stories.
Sometimes.
And this one?
This one carries more stories than value.
Then tell me one.
Careful.
Why?
Stories have a habit of taking people places they never intended to go.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Very well. Mine began near a river. At least, that's the first part I remember. It was cold. That's the first thing I remember. Not my name, not where I came from, not even who I was. Just the cold. The river was behind me, the sky above me, and absolutely nothing in between. No memories, no answers, no idea how I ended up there. The river had already decided not to kill me. I wasn't sure how I felt about that. I woke up angry. Not because I remembered anything. I didn't. Not because I was hurt, though I was. I was angry because I was alive, and I had no idea why. The river had taken everything, my past, my name, my answers, and somehow left me with the bill. Then I saw the town, Stonewake, though I wouldn't learn its name until much later. It took me longer than I'd like to admit. Every muscle hurt. Every breath felt borrowed. The river had spared me, but it hadn't been gentle. I remember grabbing at the mud, falling, trying again, and eventually managing something that barely qualified as standing. That's when I saw it. A town. Small, quiet, distant. At the time, it looked like the most important place in the world. The town was already awake. Nobody seemed surprised to see me. Looking back, that should have worried me. A man covered in mud, half dead, barely walking, and somehow I wasn't the strangest thing they'd seen that week. People passed by. Some ignored me. Some stared. One woman moved her child to the other side of the street. I couldn't blame her. I probably looked worse than I felt, and I felt terrible. Nobody knew my name, which was fortunate. Neither did I. The cold was bad. The hunger was worse. I didn't have a coin. I didn't have a name. And I certainly didn't have a plan. The smell of fresh bread followed me through the square. For a moment, I considered stealing it, just taking a loaf and running. Then I remembered something. Not a face, not a place, not even a name. Just a feeling that I wasn't the sort of man who stole from people. At least, I hoped I wasn't. I stood there longer than I should have, watching people come and go, laughing, eating, complaining about things that suddenly seemed very important. Rain, work, bad ale, normal problems. The sort of problems a man with a past might have. I wasn't sure I qualified. But eventually, the smell of food won the argument. So I walked to the door. I don't remember deciding to go inside. Maybe hunger made the decision for me. Maybe the cold did. Maybe I was simply tired of standing alone. Whatever the reason, I crossed that doorway. At the time, it felt like a small thing. Just another door. Just another tavern. Funny how life works. Sometimes the smallest steps change everything. I just didn't know it yet.